Hi guys, how you doing? I'm just going to release this quick one on this junction today because as I was turning right, there was just so much traffic on the other side that I just couldn't go. There was a massive kind of pile up of traffic, which you can clearly see on the other side there. There was some kind of roadworks going on, so it kept on building up all the traffic, and you have to be very careful. So I know that there's no yellow box in here, but you have to be very careful that you can clear the junction and get to the other side before you begin, because otherwise you're going to be blocking the entire road. So I'm just going to play this video a couple of times so you can see what's going on. So let's just start again for a sec. Okay, so as I was approaching, the cars were all like completely backed up. Yeah, so I've got a green light, but I held back because I could see that the silver car that just went across, he is being a bit cheeky, but I think it's actually okay. I know that's a cheeky position, but he's out of the way of the people that are crossing from the right to the left. He is absolutely the last cheeky car that could do that, right? Because if I had gone, I definitely wouldn't have had the space to have like snuck in behind him, and I would have just been in the junction. So I know that there's not a yellow box or anything, but you kind of have to pretend that there is one. If you can't get out of the junction, you really shouldn't be going in. Okay, now sometimes you'll find this in your life when it's rush hour and stuff. You are going to have very strange positions, because if you don't, then you just will never go. Now my traffic light's gone green now, but I'm watching the traffic very carefully, and I decide to mooch in and then join the end of the traffic. Now I've timed that very, very carefully, watching the traffic, noticing how many cars went across and then ended up on the tail end of it. Okay, so here it's green. I hold back because I can see the traffic is all bunched up. I can't get out. Now my light is changed back to red now, but even if it was green, I still would stay here. So like I say, I don't mind that cheeky silver car on the end. I think it's okay because he's out of the way. I know it's a bit cheeky. On your driving test, you don't have to do that. You could hold back a bit, but you'll find that in rush hour in your life, yeah, you'll probably find that you are going to have to do that in real life situations, as long as you don't impede on any other traffic that's going to be moving to the left and the right, because then they'll beep at you and then you are absolutely in a horrendous position and you are in the way. Okay, so my light is about to go back to green and I know it keeps on filling up. Yeah, so I'm going to time my move carefully. I'm watching all the traffic. It's moving. I know that all the traffic up to the white car are going to move, and I'm allowing them all to go first because they were first. And then I go in on the end of the traffic. All right. And it's really important that I do allow that traffic to get through, because if I try and like get in before the white car on the tail end, then he's going to be like, oi, you know, I was here first. And it really is like being in a queue at Sainsbury's. You do have to allow the people who have got there first to do their thing. Yeah. Now this traffic was bunching up a lot. So you really have to think on your feet with stuff like this when this goes on. You've got roadworks, it's going to keep on filling up. You do have to make your play to move, because if you don't, and if you don't look at it and get it right, the people behind you are going to start being like, oi, well, when are we going to go? You know, so you have to work it out carefully. Where's the movement? Is the movement in the traffic going? So here I'm waiting, I'm looking at it thinking, oh, how am I going to go? Because if it doesn't move, I can't move at all. So here I'm not moving. I'm like, no, I can't go. But now that it is moving, I've noticed, I travel forward carefully and then join on the end of the queue like that. I thought that was a really interesting capture today. What do you guys think?